I would like to know your expressions on today's meeting, and what are the possible scenarios of the development of Tatarstan Venture Fund and all venture in Tatarstan?
First of all, I think it was a very important meeting. I think the President heard what we have to say, all of us. I believe he will have some consequences for the policy of the government of Tatarstan. And there are some special advice that we gave, and I hope that will be heard here. Like, you know, focus on the oil industry where you are specialized, like Mr. Dixon has said. And also, you know, all the principles that are very important for a good venture capital industry also been said. So, you know, it's a lot of wisdom in a very short time. So I believe it is good for a start.
Do you think the government is ready to accept your advice, your pieces of advice?
Well, not all of it. I think the President's speech at the end was very good. He focused on several things which are important, like education, you know, universities. I would say that, you know, in universities, for instance, the way to transfer technology should be a way that in each university will be a transfer agency or a transfer office with professional people that understand also science and business and help the university to transfer all the knowledge. So there are things to be done which are important, as the President said, and I believe that you can do much more.
What things, for example?
Like, as I said, like in the universities, to transfer technology is very, very important. Education, you know, start to talk even in public school, but in high schools, about the importance of entrepreneurship. And try to bring international companies here, experts here, so much more activity. And I believe this is something that can be done. It's not a big thing.
How many years that steps could take, as you think?
Well, it depends for what, you know. To create the environment, it takes time, but I think it can be even fast. The question is, and I think now is a good time to do things because the world was, you know, a little depressed before it gets up. Mm-hmm. It's good to do things. It's good to invest, and today, you know, it can be much shorter than it was. Let's say, as the example of Israel, 40 years ago. Today things are going faster. I believe that once you have more awareness of entrepreneurship and more international companies here, you will have a very good venture capital as well. So these things are going together. You cannot say, okay, let's do this first and the other thing after. It's things that are going together and you have to take care of everything. And the government policy is very important. How you do it is very important. And I believe you will find the right way. Because there is a will, you know. Tatarstan looks like they want to do.
Yes, but you were on the fair, like in April.
Yes.
And now you came back for this council. What are the next steps that you can do in Tatarstan?
We have to sit and talk with Ainur. I don't know exactly what they expect, but I think if there are next steps, it means that we have to go more into details of specific programs. Like I said before, the creation of technology transfer agencies in universities is very important. We can help, the American may help, you know, there are different systems for that, but we can start to work on specific issues, you know, if you don't have it here. So it's a question of, you know, priority, list of priority, what should do first, and what steps should be taken.
What are the differences between Israel and Russia in comparison, like in the way of building the venture business?
Well, I think Russia, first of all, Russia is much bigger. You know, I think the people, the nature of the people could be more or less the same. So the potential could be the same. A bigger country with a different tradition, There's different, of course, problems and different solutions. Smaller is faster. So in our case, we can do things faster with less bureaucracy, with more freedom, which here is a little bit different. But also, Russian government is doing a lot as well. Mm-hmm. It's doing a lot of steps, you know, Skolkovo, Asnano, everything.
Do you believe that it's possible to create Skolkovo, like the prototype of Skolkovo in Tatarstan?
I believe yes. But I must tell you that I'm not sure I understand exactly what Skolkovo is. But once I will understand, I think yes.
Okay.